Look, I think it's very well covered that companies need to make data-driven decisions today, right? I mean, that part is well covered. I think that part is well accepted. But here's how people should go about building their teams, right? Number one, they really, really need to concentrate on building diverse teams. Diversity is really important. And I'm not saying this for the sake of saying it, but here's why it's important. Whatever business you're building, your audience is likely, your audience or your shoppers or whatever that business is, it's going to be very diverse, right? So it only makes sense that the people who are building the product are diverse too, right? I can give you an example. I mean, Pandora, we have more women who use Pandora than men, right? So you can see where I'm going with my data science team. We're not there yet, but our data science team needs to reflect our audience to some extent, right? So that's really important. The second thing is people should concentrate on hiring data scientists with different skill levels, and it's important to establish a strong mentorship program so that data scientists are actually learning from each other, right? Third is, look, I mean, as Reid Hoffman alluded to, we expect a lot from data scientists. In general, we expect a lot from our employees, but we expect a lot from our data scientists, right? And there has to be a form of mutual investment, right? So we have to invest in our data scientists. And the two things that are really important to our data scientists are education and ownership, right? Data scientists need to feel that they're always learning. And they also need to feel, you need to empower them so that they have the feeling of owning what they are working on, owning certain product features, for example, right? So at Pandora, we actually invest very heavily by sponsoring our scientists to 2 or more conferences every year. And they get the chance to actually learn from other scientists, even in academics, but they also go and actually do workshops and they do presentations. So they sort of get to take ownership of what they're working on, right? And the last part I'll say is that this is a mistake I see often in the Valley. Sorry, this is a mistake I see often in the Valley, which is companies have, businesses have data science teams, but data science exists as a shiny toy on the side. I think it's important that people build these teams not to inform the business, but to drive the business, right? And it's going back to sort of the 4 pillars, but that's why it's important that you hire scientists who are not just theoreticians, but who are also builders, so that they can actually drive the business forward.